BACCHANAL Podcast. We've been gone for a minute, but we are back. The brand spanking new episode of the BACCHANAL Podcast. I'm joined with my co-hosts,
K to the C. What's going on, everybody? Happy 2024. We back, baby.
And we got C the Superior with us.
Hi. Been a while. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, how you been?
You know, just working like hell. I'm tired of working. I'm trying to get this
soft life
bag.
For real, or that soft life, right? I see these girls on TikTok like, whew. I see girls and guys like they tricked us into thinking independence was good. Like I want to go home.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Because this 40-hour work week ain't cutting.
I'm trying to have a 3-day work week, if anything, at the most. I'm about that soft life too, man. I would stay home.
Yeah, I want 4 days. Whoever came up with the 5, I think it was Henry Ford. They came up with the 5
Yeah,
day
exactly.
work. You are a bastard.
Before they're doing 12-hour shifts. Before he started that, though.
Yeah, it's just outdated. It definitely needs to be refreshed. That's back when men were the only ones working. It was someone at home taking care of, the household and all of that. And now you're doing it all, so we need more time. God damn it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this episode we're going to be reviewing Marvel Disney Plus / Hulu's Echo.
Yes, sir.
Brand new series came out. It was originally supposed to be 8 episodes. We got 5 instead. But before we jump into that, anything you guys want to get off your chest? Anything? What you guys been up to?
See, you were talking about something you were watching.
Oh, okay. So it's actually 2 things I just started watching. One of them is a little older, so I'll talk about that one really quickly. I just started watching The Punisher. Never seen it. I've seen Daredevil, right? All 3 seasons. Yeah. Never seen The Punisher. So I'm on episode 5, I want to say, of season 1.
Nice. And
so far, so good, because I kind of wanted to compare it to Echo, because it's kind of in that, it's in that same vein of, it's drawn from that same world, pretty much. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what that kind of like piqued my interest. It was like, what's the difference between this TVMA versus the Disney team? Because there's a clear difference.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just started watching that. I also just started watching like the first 30 minutes of A Rebel Moon on Netflix.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I watched it. How you liking it so far?
So here's the thing. I heard that it was supposed to be Zack Snyder's kind of, retaliation of not being able to do or direct a Star Wars movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I can kind of see, where he's pulling from some things, right?
Yeah.
But it's too early for me to tell whether or not I like the movie or not. I will say that I did stop it after 30 minutes, which isn't a good sign, but I was also busy. So, I'm giving
okay. I thought you stopped like enough.
Right.
Can't do it no more.
Horrible.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, it's okay. It's beautiful. Movie's beautiful for sure.
Really? Okay,
yeah. Like the slow-mo is amazing on there.
Oh,
the actor, it's Zack Snyder to the Zack Snyder as far as it could go. Like he's just bootlegging Star Wars and everything else. And
good for him.
Warhammer, Star Wars, a couple other movies he kind of just takes from, and he morphs it into his world.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm planning on finishing it by tomorrow. So.
Yeah, there's scenes that I was laughing at that I shouldn't have been laughing at. There's actors that I saw in here that I was like, oh, this guy's in there. Okay, all right, but it's a cool little watch.
From Deadpool. When I saw him in there.
Oh,
remember
okay.
Jack from the first Deadpool, the villain.
No, I don't remember. No, I don't even remember. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, he plays Darth Vader kind of in this.
I guess.
Yeah. He does a good job.
Yeah.
I was talking about like Cyborg. Cyborg's in this from Justice League.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but he's not even recognizable really because he got dreads, full beard. He's got like blue paint going over his eyes. His whole gang got like a whole dope look to him. If this movie got popular, I could see people cosplaying their squad's look, but who knows where this is gonna go, right? Yeah, exactly. Who knows? I don't want to spoil the movie, so we'll see.
Please.
I held out on watching it because I was told there's a Zack Snyder cut coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be rated R. That's gonna be better than the one that they released.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just wait and watch that version because I think that comes out in like 2 months, so I'm gonna just hold out.
Ooh, because it did say it's part 1 in the
yeah
in the title, so it's definitely
yeah they're gonna hit us with a director's cut and then part 2.
Right.
Yeah, he gonna squeeze every little milk out that tit.
He's trying a thing, you know. I'm not mad at him. He's trying to do something. What you been up to?
Oh, me?
Yeah, go. You go first, sir. You go first.
I've been out here in these streets doing stand-up comedy.
I love it. Nice.
I got my own comedy show starting next month, which is gonna be dope.
Awesome.
I booked my first gig. I'm gonna be at the Sneaky Penguin this Thursday at 7:30 in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Nice.
Free.
I love that name, Sneaky Penguin.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Man,
they're not sneaky at all. Slapping the floor.
Nice. For the name of that place, yeah, Sneaky Penguin, because that's a wild ass name, ain't it?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, there's so many things I could riff with. So,
I feel like it could be like a club in like Gotham, the Sneaky Penguin.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Diabolical sounding place, man. So I'm gonna be doing 10 minutes there, and it's gonna be my first 10 minutes because I just been doing open mics and kind of like making a name for myself doing open mics, and then I finally got it. I've been acknowledged finally, and I after what seems like a year. I haven't even really been doing it a year. I've just been consistently going every week and writing every week, and been consistent. And
glad you're not stealing jokes. Glad you're not stealing jokes. Apparently, that's a big thing in the comedy.
Somebody stole my joke. I'll tell y'all a quick little story. During my open mics, I would perform at a place called Dirty Bull. It looks like a barn. There's barrels behind us. The audience is mostly Caucasian. It's mixed sometimes. So sometimes when I go up there and I do an opener, I'll say something along the lines like, "Oh, this place looks like a Cracker Barrel, aka Antebellum Applebee's," and I'll start riffing and whatever. And I did that opener several times, and then I ain't gonna say he's a colleague, but a fellow comedian who's not really on the scene that much because he done got Me Too'd, and they done kicked him out of that club, and he went to another club. He posted a video. I watch his set. It's straight. Then I hear the Cracker Barrel line.
Damn.
He done Cedric the Entertainer me.
He done Spaceship.
Head. Well, hey, what can you do? I just let people record your set so that you got some proof that you did it first.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. I record my sets too, but I was gonna comment. I was gonna be like, that Cracker Barrel line sound familiar. But what I'm gonna start doing now is when people steal my stuff, I'm gonna just put a Cedric the Entertainer GIF.
Yeah, exactly. Barrels, you're performing in front of barrels. What were you in Donkey Kong's like condo or something? Like,
no, it's like it's a dope location. It's like it's a brewery, so they're making alcohol and stuff. They have barrels, and then it's an arcade, and it's a bunch of like old school like 90s games. And I riffed one time, and I was saying it looked like a stage from Street of Rage. Like it looked like that type of environment. Like you would fight a boss in Street of Rage.
Yeah, or like Street Fighter. Yeah, something.
Yeah. What else have I been doing? I've been watching The Rookie.
Okay.
I'm gonna put y'all on The Rookie. The Rookie is a show about this 40-year-old dude. He's going through a midlife crisis. It's Nathan Fillion. He's gonna be playing Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, and Superman Legacy.
Okay.
So he's this 40-year-old dude. He goes through a midlife crisis. He's like, yo, I want to be a cop now, and he becomes a cop. And it's like your standard cop show, but it's batshit crazy. There's always some madness going on in the episode. So you'll start the episode. It starts off normal, and then you'll see a crackhead in the background, and then he stole a little girl's Girl Scout cookies. He running. He gets hit by a car. He flies through the car, through the car windshield. You think the story's done there? No, just terrorists show up now. Now they fighting terrorists. The last episode, it went from California to them going to Mexico. It's the most batshit crazy show ever. You gotta watch it on edibles.
Okay, I see.
It takes the most hard left turns. You're like, I know they ain't about to do that shit, and then they do that shit. Everything
It's
you could think
USA,
of.
the USA Network back in the day.
It's on ABC and it's batshit crazy.
Okay.
It should be a normal cop show, but these people don't have no business. They're street cops doing FBI level stuff, Casey.
Like we gotta up the ante.
We gotta go undercover. I'm like, nigga, no, you a street cop, bro.
This is some Fast and the Furious shit right here.
No, it's more entertaining. It's more grounded.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little more grounded, but it's still ridiculous enough to keep you engaged. Like you watch it, you're like, yo, that shit was kind of good, and you find out that on episode, and they kill characters randomly.
Okay, keep it interesting.
Die randomly, bro. Getting shot in the throat. You're like, what? They gonna kill so and so randomly? This don't matter, bro.
Recommending this show?
I highly recommend it, bro.
Sounds like a mess.
It's a beautiful mess, man. I love it. You know how The Walking Dead used to kill people randomly?
Yeah.
Like, this show ain't scared to kill main characters.
Okay.
They be killing kids. It don't matter. Like, yo, that kid didn't deserve that. I saw a kid in a wheelchair got lit up yesterday, and I was watching it.
Dang.
Wow.
By the cartel on the ABC show, bro. Yo, getting lit up. I was like, yo, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I got it. What I like about the main character, he's like a bootleg ass Captain America. He be trying to do too much. This nigga, a construction worker turned cop. So he always trying to fix some shit, man. He's like, if I can't fix it with my hands, I got this gat with me. So watch one episode of The Rookie and you'll be like, all right, Tequila, I see what you're saying.
I'll check out the pilot. What is it on?
I'll tell you where to watch it, Casey.
No, I know, but for the people. Not the ski maskers. I know where I'm watching it.
You can watch it on Hulu. It's a great watch. There's lots of black people in the show.
It's probably on Disney Plus Stars in Canada. That's Hulu is for us.
Okay, yeah, it's a really good cast, man. You follow three rookies. It's his old ass. There's an Asian girl just like you, see the superior that joins the team, and then
racist
Asian girl just like you, and then they have a black guy, and he's dealing with all kinds of stuff because he's black and he's gay, and people are trying to haze him. One season they teamed him up with a racist white cop who was just doing extra stuff. He was like, we gotta pat that guy down, don't we? He's like, no. He's like, but yes, we are. Just being extra. And you're seeing it through their point of view. So it's good. I don't really like cop dramas, but this show keeps me engaged.
Okay.
In case they got some eye candy, man. I got some Puerto Rican ones on there.
Okay.
No.
Caliente, all right.
Had me looking. I was like, Officer Lopez, I see you.
Rave reviews for this Rookie show. God,
I know, eh? Whoa.
Rookie lit, man. Because what really put me on that show, I kept seeing. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Like, I would be in the days watching clips on TikTok, and it'd be the most batshit crazy. The clip that got me was this guy was driving with another officer, and she saw somebody, she peeped them. She's like, oh shit, they know me as Crackhead Crystal in these streets. 1 second. She got out the car and put mud all over her and dirtied up her hair. And she just went undercover from there doing crackhead stuff. From the dump, Casey. This is 5 minutes in. I wasn't ready for that on ABC. On ABC.
Let's see if I got it on here.
And I just went down a rabbit hole on TikTok, just looking up clips from The Rookie. It was just the wildest shit ever.
Wilder and wilder.
Wilder, people in wheelchairs getting shot, babies getting somebody stole a baby in the car and drove. Just wild shit, man.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, and the thing is, like,
nah, I'm not getting it.
You're following this dude like his first months as a cop. I'm like, bro, quit, man. It's been 6 months. You done got shot at 11 times. Crackheads trying to
put them through it for those commercials.
Bro, who got kidnapped?
That commercial money.
One girl got kidnapped and buried alive. They still in training, bro. They ain't even hit the streets.
They didn't even get their first check. They didn't pay their light bill. Light bill didn't even get paid.
Probationary period. They can still
and they show you like the struggle life these cops live. Like one person, like it was a crime scene. They're like, yo, this apartment's vacant if you want it. She cleaning the blood off the damn apartment. Talking about, I'm gonna rent this place.
Hey man, shit's expensive
they can't
right
afford nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, bro, The Rookie. The rookie's where
Nice,
it's
nice.
at, man.
Well, what
And
I've
if
been
you
dealing
don't
with,
believe me, go on the TikTok and watch. I'm done.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I've been playing a lot of video games. 2023 has been probably one of the best years in gaming, I think. I've been playing a lot of video games from Baldur's Gate to Spider-Man to Zelda. But one game that surprised me the most that didn't even come out 2023 took up my time lately. Cyberpunk Liberty Village DLC. What the hell? How is it so good?
Liberty, I think it was called.
Phantom Liberty. Yeah.
What
That
year
one.
did that come out?
I've been playing that. I just what'd you say?
Wait, what year did that come out?
Sorry?
What year did that
What's
come
up?
out?
That came out during COVID. That came out a minute ago. Yeah, 2020.
DLC just came out, right?
Yeah, with Idris Elba. Yeah, and it's actually really, really well
Really good
done.
game.
It's beautiful. The updates, everything is smooth. The tires, everything, the cars spin out properly. Everything works properly in this game. This is like, I think, the vision that they wanted to have from 2020. The story is great so far. You're going getting the president, saving the president. You're messing around with Idris Elba running through these streets. I'm having a great time with it so far.
Hey, so I have
Stole
to
all
ask
my
you
time.
something.
What's up?
Did you clap Pan Am's cheeks in that tank?
That's the old game stuff, right?
You can still do that. You come
Oh, you can go back and do it again? Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and do it again. Nah, we were in like some hotel, some crummy hotel back in the.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, yeah.
You
from
should hear
time,
it
from
download.
time.
Somebody downloading it right now.
Type it up. No, they're doing it's an incredible game. I highly recommend getting it if you've liked or were interested in playing the other one, but it disappointed you with all the problems it had previously. I highly recommend giving it a chance. It's like what, $30? So,
Yeah, it's well worth
yeah,
it.
it's dirt cheap, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna go on sale now because it's been out for a minute. So I say give it a chance. I had a great time with it. I'm having a great time with it still. The story's really good so far.
I'm glad, man, because I remember I used to
Yeah.
tell you about that game, but it was so janky. You're just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I
"Oh,
beat it."
no. Oh no.
I beat the game a while ago, a couple of years ago.
okay.
I beat it. Yeah, but yeah, I went back and played this DLC. But I beat it like, okay, the updates are good. Let me just rush through the story and see what's going on, just to get it done because I paid for the damn game, got the money returned, and then they were selling it for like $5 or something like that. So I got it for $5 and just rushed through it. But yeah, no, it's good. It's a good game.
Yeah, I
Kudos,
highly
guys.
recommend
Y'all
it.
came back and did your thing. CD Projekt Red didn't give up.
Yeah, man, they built it from the ground up and they added a whole like subway transit system in the game now. You can go on the
Okay, nice.
subway and like there's homeless people on there. All the crime happens on the subway. It's like
Yeah,
New York. Now.
okay. And yeah, I've been seeing a lot of dope guns, and I haven't seen one dildo yet, so it's good. It's good.
I've seen
people who know the game know what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
the
use
first-
the dildo like a sword and fight people.
Okay. Before it was like over the top, like you'd go like to buy a can of soda somewhere and like a dildo would fly out of, like with
Yeah,
dildos
like
everywhere for
sexual
no
violence.
reason.
Yeah.
It was just too much. It was like, what the hell? Why? It's just dumb, like 12-year-old, 10-year-old funny type shit. But it was so cheesy.
That's how Berlizzi
I'm glad they-
almost lost his channel playing that game.
I'm glad I'm glad they got rid of it though. It's not as in your face like before, so it's good.
One old game I've been playing, and I also recommend it for UC the Superior because I'm playing it on the Switch. I'm playing Borderlands 3 on the Switch,
Oh, okay.
and it's been fully optimized for the Switch. It looks great
Nice.
in
Yeah, that's a good
in handheld mode. It looks really good in handheld mode. Dock mode, not so much.
No.
Dock mode, it looks like they rubbed a little Vaseline on the people. But but if you're playing in handheld mode, you sitting on the toilet or something, you trying to level up real quick. Highly recommend it. I got it for $30 during
Okay.
a holiday sale. I wouldn't pay more than 30, so just wait for it to be $30. But yeah, it's been taking up a lot of my time. I've been telling myself I'm gonna play Zelda, but I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3, and that $30 that you buy it with, it has all the DLCs included.
I love when they do
4
that.
DLCs, so you get your money's worth.
All right.
All right, is it Echo time? Echo!
It's Echo. It's about that time, man. Get into this one of the only shows coming out this month or this season from Disney Plus from Marvel. Echo. It is I don't know if it was anticipated by anybody, but I do like the rollout that they did by coming out with all the episodes all at once, not stretching this out. It's a $40 million budget, which is good for what they had to work with. I think they did a nice little job with what they had to work with. But yeah, let's get into this review.
It was highly anticipated by me because I was very much a Hawkeye
One
fan.
person.
I really enjoyed
Nice.
Hawkeye.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So when I heard that they were coming out with Echo, I was like, oh yeah, let's. I was here for it, right?
Good.
And
Yeah.
I was hoping originally that they were going to have like a little cameo of Hawkeye in it, but I don't know if that was taken out because he had that injury or maybe that was never planned.
Yeah.
But I was excited for it when I heard it was coming out, so I was very much waiting for it to come out.
So let's get into this. We're gonna do spoilers right off the top.
Yeah, let's just spoil it. Yeah, it's 5
people know before time. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I feel like if you haven't watched it by now, you ain't gonna watch it. So
fair enough.
It's
Monday.
It's been out, and they gave us all episodes from the jump, which is good.
Exactly.
I'll start off by saying, the first episode they could have laid back on that recap, man. They went way too heavy on that recap to the point it took up too much time of the episode, and I was losing interest until Daredevil showed up randomly, just wrecking shit, man. I was just like, no, you ain't, Matt. And then I was worried, like, how are they going to communicate? Because in the comics, she reads lips. The comics, she reads lips and she talks in the comics. But he's signing. Ain't no way he's seeing her signing.
Yeah,
he don't know what that means, so he just kicking. That's some handicap on handicap violence.
Yeah, I don't know how would they communicate. That is interesting.
Because in the comics, she was sent to break Matt's heart. It happened. I think it was after the Kevin Smith Born Again run, and it was right after Kieran Page died, and she was sent there to like break Matt's heart, and then she fell in love with him, and then she was fighting Daredevil, and she was like, "Wait a second, this is Matt Murdock," and she would communicate by reading his lips, but they took away that, so I don't see how they're gonna have a relationship in the future.
By the end of the series, she was able to read people's lips
with the technology that Wilson Fisk gave her.
Yeah, maybe
but like
use that again.
Yeah, but she was like, I remember when her cousin was talking for her, she was like reading other people's. I think she was reading his lips too, if I remember right. She was like looking at what people were saying.
She just straight up talks. Like you don't really realize she's deaf because she's so good at reading lips because her powers in the comics she can mimic. She's kind of like Taskmaster. So whatever move you do, like she's gonna copy that. So she's able to like read your lips and mimic and talk to the point where you're like, "Oh, you're deaf? I didn't realize you're deaf."
I feel like they're gonna bring that in later.
The actress is deaf for real. Like she can't talk.
Yeah,
I know. I think they could still do something. They could still.
No, man.
Show.
No, man.
It's not real. Like I'm sure they could just make her like be able to do it and show.
Oh, you think they're gonna give
her
not real
AI
voice?
Something, yeah, they're gonna work it out. Like where she has a little eye thing back in her. I don't know. They'll figure something out. It's fake.
I don't know how they're gonna communicate. And then the other thing that bothered me with the show is like Biscuit would yell at her, and I'm just like, bro, why you yelling? She can't hear you. And he yelling and signing at her all aggressively. I'm like, bro, she can't hear you. Stop yelling at her, bro.
Maybe because he's not that good at signing. Like you see that with people who maybe don't speak another language, so they speak English just louder. And it's like, well, that's not going to help anyone understand you.
Yeah.
So I liked Biscuit. I did enjoy the first episode. I agree that they did take a lot from Hawkeye. Like a lot of it was like scenes that we've seen before, and I wish that wasn't the case, especially considering we only got 5 episodes, right? So they could have utilized that time a little better. But them dropping it all at once makes sense for me because I only found out about Echo from Hawkeye, from the show. So, and I'm sure a lot of people who don't read the comics. So it's kind of like you get this new character. People probably won't be as invested to do it like, wait every week for it to come out. No one's really anticipating it as much as you would a more known character. So I like that they dropped it all at once. But what do you guys think about her changing they kind of changed her powers a little bit. Like you said, she was originally had like a Taskmaster type of power set. And in the show, it's more linked to her ancestry.
I like it.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't know the character from I never went and picked up an Echo comic in the store, nothing. So I didn't know this character whatsoever. Exactly. I was getting Witchblade comics, but exactly, you know what it is. but yeah, no, seeing this character, the way that they told this story, that was one of the things that the writers did that I enjoyed from this show, was the story of her generationally echoing and her powers like that. I did like that a lot. So no, I like this character. I like what they did, and I'm excited to see what they do with her in the future and how she meshes with other people.
I ain't like it. I ain't like it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like, I thought it was interesting. I thought that they spent too much time on it, though. I feel like every episode was kind of opened up with her, like that whole scene in episode 2 where we are flashed back to that cultural like game, almost like a indigenous rugby, I'll call it, right?
Lacrosse. It was pretty much lacrosse.
Lacrosse. And I just felt like we spent a lot of time there, man. I could have used this elsewhere, trying to get more character development from the characters that are more in the show. But I don't know. I feel like I almost wish that they didn't make it so like mystical, magical in a way, because she's supposed to be like a street level character.
Yeah.
And the fact that she has this ability where she's, can, do things with her hands, and she has super strength all of a sudden when she wants it. And then it kind of takes it from ground level to, superhero with powers. I don't know about that.
Yeah. I feel you.
They've been changing a lot, though. They changed Miss Marvel's power, and they're kind of hinting at Wilson Fisk not really being that human, man. You can't just take a bullet to the face and get a graze like that. Like, I know in the comics they said like his blubber is like so hard that it's dense to the point where like bullets, it's harder to penetrate it. But like, he got to be a mutant, bro. Like, he got to be some type of something, man.
That's what they're saying online. Yeah.
But the thing, okay, so what I took it as when I saw the show. When Hawkeye came out, I was thinking, okay, yeah, she shot him in the eye, boom, right? But when they showed him in Echo, it looked like he had more of a scar on the side. So I'm like, did she just graze him on that side? And but I don't know.
This is just the writers getting the character back in. The writers like, we got to figure it out here. Yeah.
I will say in the original comic, he was blinded in both eyes, and it was because of him and Daredevil was like blind fighting blind. But in this situation, they're like, it's like their back was against the wall and they didn't know what to do. So they're like, let's just give him a beauty mark, and they gave him a scar on his face. I will say, I felt like the show itself, like you could tell that it had 8 episodes, and they kind of like chopped it up and put stuff different places. Because like episode 3. The beginning parts that was like a silent film, the production on that looked like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then the production later on in the show looked like Netflix Daredevil production. Like, it looked like 2 different shows. It looked like it was really cheap for the I guess what were those, the flashback scenes for that episode. Because I was watching it, I was like, it was losing my interest. I was like, man, get back to Echo, because this like the production on this looks bad. And then when it went back to Echo, the production was good again. So I'm like, what the hell is going on with this show? Like, it's mismatched.
See, like with episode 3, I liked that they did the silent, like black and white style intro to that character, which is parallel to how she's deaf and silent. And it's like, that was great. I thought that was great writing. I like the way they introduced her ancestor like that. I didn't like the scene in the skate rink, in the rollerblading rink. I thought that was.
What?
I liked the song. I like the see, like that's what I was just thinking. I like the Dracula song that they had, and like 1-2 parts like of the scene, but like the fight choreography and the way that they just got the call and they're like, "All right, we out of here." I'm like, what the hell's going on? This is some bad writing right here. Like, the writers just threw it out. Like, okay, we got to get this back going, so let's keep the momentum going. They should have. If those were hitmen, they would have shot her from like before. They wouldn't have hung her up on the thing. They would have just tied her up and shot her. Like,
well, I think Wilson Fisk said he wanted her alive, and then he called.
No, he did, but that was the story. The writer saying we got to stretch this shit out a little more. Let's keep this going. Like, so like I was like, come on, what are y'all doing? Why even have this whole situation go down like that? It should be like, I just didn't like the writing. And that bad guy that they had there, the bald dude with the one gold tooth, he is a standout actor in this whole series for me. I was like, who is this guy? I want more from him. He's a great villain with the glasses, tucked in shirt. He just looked like a villain. he did a great job though. I don't know who he is, but I want to see more of him in Marvel until I saw what happened at the end, where a guy murdered him in cold blood and didn't get arrested. Nothing. I was like, what kind of writing is this? What are they doing? He shot him in the face in front of witnesses.
Rating, y'all. Speaking of the rating, what did you think about the TVMA rating of it all?
Cap.
Yeah, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't real. Just like in that scene that I'm talking about, where they killed that the rollerblade cleaner guy, and he was bleeding. I was like, this is the violent part. Like, what the hell is this? This ain't it.
Like the Punisher was like bathed in gallons of blood by the end of the season. Dude will just be like a corpse, damn near.
Right.
Like I saw him like gouge people's necks, all kinds of madness, and then I watched this, and it's just like pew pew.
Yeah.
I was like, this PG-13, man. This ain't no rated R. Y'all lying.
I agree. I said this is definitely PG-13, and now that I've been watching The Punisher, I'm on episode 5, and they already, having intercourse and doing all. I'm gonna say, wow, this is real TVMA.
Yeah, exactly.
Not one cheek was clapped in this show. I was trying to see some echo cheeks.
Nope.
Why you talking, man?
We were about to see grandma cheeks, apparently.
Yeah.
Grandma and grandpa were about this.
Grandma's about to get it going for sure. He popped the blue chew in while she was pulling out the car. I was like, he saw her coming. He was like, oh, get ready. Yeah, no, the violence on this was not what they sold us everybody on, but it was, at least it's Disney dipping their toe into the water, and hopefully they'll dive in soon and give people more of what they want with this whole spotlight moniker that they're going with.
I will say I did not like the costume. Oh, I'm sorry, C.
Sorry.
I was just saying, it just makes me concerned, because if they're marketing this as TVMA, what's going to happen when we get to Daredevil, right? Daredevil Born Again. What's going to happen there? Because this is not the TVMA that I've become accustomed to.
This is the test run. They're going to listen to all these reviews, and they're going to be like, we got to go further in. We got to go deeper.
Okay.
Got to go deeper. We can't take no chances. Like
I heard one nipple.
After all this, they brought back all the original cast of Daredevil, not just Daredevil. So they're trying to make it as original to what they had before as possible.
But are they bringing the writers back? That's the most important part.
That is the most important part, because these writers didn't do it for me. These writers, they wrote a whole different show, and then they fit it into Echo.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah. This pulls heavily from the Phoenix Song comic. That's when she gets the powers of the Phoenix. That came out back in 2001. So like her character's interesting. She had like some pretty cool powers. I like the callback to her ancestry where they showed the woodpecker, because that is like the protector for the nation, and like them pecking on the wood kind of represents the heartbeat. And they also have emphasis.
And it echoes.
Yeah, and the echoes. So I was like, yo, that's pretty dope.
Sorry, one thing about the woodpecker, sort of cut you off. I wish that the writers had enough like trust in the audience's intelligence to say, like, we could put the foreshadowing of the woodpecker throughout the episodes, so then when you do see it, it's more impactful. Because them showing that scene with the mom and her right before having the woodpecker scene wasn't as impactful as if you would always see this bird around and she's like looking, doing things like going to the parking the bike at the gas station. You see a bird fly by, a woodpecker, you know what I mean? And then later you're like, oh, that's why the bird's been around. Like,
it ties
so
in.
like the writers should have, they kind of dumbed down the writing in this to me to make it more attainable for the wider audience, maybe. But I don't know. But I wish they were just like, you know what? Let's just go for it full-fledged with the writing. And if you don't get it, you don't get it.
That's interesting about the woodpecker kind of symbolizing a heartbeat, because we did hear like heartbeat noises throughout the series. Like we would, it would go silent, and then we hear like a one heartbeat or a couple of heartbeats. And so, that's interesting.
Yeah, sorry, Akil, go ahead.
I did not like the costume.
Me too.
It looked very cheap in TV. I sent you guys concept art of what they had. I feel like they couldn't afford it. They're like, nah, we can't, because I showed you what I sent you guys, and when we edit this and add that picture, that's way better than what we got. It incorporates her hair.
Which costume are you talking about? Because she had multiple costumes in this.
It's the one at the end. The one at the end was so
Damn, you're dissing her grandma's costume?
yeah, his
Yes.
grandma is so accurate, man.
Why, it was too bulky for you?
It was
Too bulky?
The shoulders were like she needs to be. It's supposed to be. She's supposed to be like sneaking, like ninja, like with her swords.
You wanted her sexier.
She's sexy already, man.
You wanted some skimpiness.
No, I didn't like it because, and I brought this up before. I like the fact that we're getting so much diversity in the MCU, but I don't like the fact that every time, almost it seems, when you get a person of color, their power set and their costume has to be directly associated with their ethnicity. And I'm like, it's because you don't see that really in white characters or white superheroes.
Exactly.
They only seem to kind of make it so you represent your ethnicity if you're a person of color.
I agree.
So like,
we showed up too good for Black Panther. When everybody showed up at Black Panther, they were like, "Yo, we gotta keep." They're running it with the Aztecs after that. They did it with a couple other. You're right. But yeah, they can't keep playing that card over and over again.
Yeah,
like this is it. Like, all right, Marvel. That's
it's
it.
like you can be a person of color and a superhero without having to tie in the fact that you're a person of color and you're ethnic.
Yeah. Parts of the show made me kind of feel pressured. Like, if I don't like some of this stuff, am I against what they're portraying here? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a peer pressure to it also.
Mm-hmm. This. Go ahead.
That is what I wanted. And that's what they had. They had that. And they're like, I don't know why they decided not to go with that.
I feel like this is something similar to what she wore in Hawkeye, especially that first. Oh, it is Hawkeye. Duh. I was like, that looks like the Hawkeye one. But I like the wraps around the arms. It kind of gives me like, Daredevil when he's in like his black suit, when he wraps around his, his fists and everything has the wrap around.
Yeah.
This would have been cooler. Not gonna lie, it would have been cooler.
They didn't do the palm print either. Like her dad before.
Yeah, I was gonna say the palm print.
And he put his last breath, like touched her hand, put that palm on her face. They showed like the palm on her hand, like glow, but they completely like changed her costume. They got rid of the palm print. Like that's way doper. They could have incorporated her Indian culture with that costume as well, and kept the palm print.
They kind of tried, I guess, to keep the spirit of it in her like everyday wear. When you see when she's walking around just regular, she kind of looks like that. Like she has like the black pants, the boots.
Yeah.
That, but when she gets that costume, man, it's all
that costume looks cheap as hell. It's a Party City costume.
She has a costume that's kind of similar. The shirt is similar to that. When she's arguing with her grandmother, it has like the sun, and then it's echoing with lines that she's wearing in that scene. So she does have something similar. And this isn't the last time we're going to see her, even though at the end of the show, it didn't say, Echo will return.
Echo
it didn't say that. Didn't say that. It said Kingpin might be president. But
they're testing it out. They're like, all right.
No, Casey. He's going to be mayor. We're getting Devil's
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Devil's Reign. Yeah. But it didn't say Echo will return. So I was like, uh-oh.
They want to see how people react to it. They're like, all right, y'all like her? Y'all like her?
I hope she comes back.
Overall, what do you guys give this? Like, to me, this is like a 6.5 or 7.
Yeah, I give it a solid 6.
I'd give it like a 6, honestly. I feel like Fisk elevated it. I'm a big Wilson Fisk. Like, I feel like he is. I don't know. I feel like I'm very much an apologist for Wilson Fisk most of the time.
Oh, well, you like toxic men.
I might have a problem, but I feel like he's not as bad to certain individuals as they want to make it seem, because people were villainizing him for the fact that he had like this AI signing tool for her so she can better understand him. So like, why did he just didn't learn, signing?
He's lazy.
I think he's lazy. He's a busy man. You see all them stuff he's running now. He don't have time to learn how to sign.
Like people said to look at it this way, like the love and care, like all her family members loved her and went out their way to learn ASL. Fisk is like, fuck all that. I'm gonna make some AI. I'm gonna bring you into my world. Into your world.
It's true. Fisk is such a nice guy that he was like ready to get a dude to shoot a bazooka into her whole family's party. He's such a nice guy. Kill everybody she loves just to have her.
But no disrespect to the mail carriers out there. Grandma is a rural mail carrier. Wilson Fisk is a mob boss running running several, entities and corporations in New York, throughout the United States. Of course, she has more time than him to learn how to sign.
Every family member, though, every Biscuit dumbass even does it. Biscuit.
What does Biscuit do? Does he have a job? We don't even know.
I have a theory. I feel like he got blipped during, like, right after he bought the PS4. Like, he just bought that PS4, and he got blipped, and then he came back and he's like, PS5, what the hell? And that's why he's trying to sell it now.
Wow, I think he was, the whole family was probably blipped, and he was like just the only one there at like 12 years old. So all he had to do was just be a kid.
He would have played the PS4, but because he said he barely played it, like he probably just came back. And the PS5 came out. He's like, man, this is old as hell.
Oh man. So let's go through the characters real quick before we have a final thoughts of everything. I thought the grandmother did an extremely great job of acting in this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Biscuit was okay.
She did a good job.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit. She didn't go visit her grandkid for 20 years. 20 goddamn years.
Like the daddy, I'm like, this
yeah, get the let her come over for the summers. You know what I mean? Let her come back. Like, what the hell? You left her.
And then was acting like she was so, bad, and like she was like, she made it seem like she didn't even want to see her when she was in town.
Yeah.
So like, get it together.
Damn. Biscuit kind of pissed me off. I get he's there for the comic relief. But he kind of, I was like, come on, man, this guy's an idiot. He's too stupid. Like, the uncle was cool, but like, how's he so powerful in this town? Like, geez, he's low key like running the town.
Because he's uncle.
Yeah, but it was just like, he wasn't acting like he was running shit. He was just like more scared for his life. Like, I don't know. I wish we got to see him in his confidence zone. I guess, you know what I mean? Like, he seemed like, but yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I wonder why the grandmother made this whole big thing of those Lopez boys, criminals, but then she's cool with the uncle because he's driving people out her house. He's at the cookout at the end.
That's what I was gonna say. He's running the block. he's
just
running the whole town. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's there low key running the whole city, like Oklahoma, whatever.
She's racist, man, because the Lopez are Spanish and then they're Native American. She's like, look you out here with these dirty Spaniards.
And her son is her son is low key just destroying the community.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, no, the cast was okay. The writing for the cast wasn't all the way there all the time, but they did their job. The cast really did their thing. Mm-hmm. What are you guys' thoughts? What are your thoughts on the cast?
They were there. they were
serviceable.
Yeah, serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
I like them. I heard that the actress that played Bonnie is the same. She does the voice for Kahari in the What If series. So it's interesting that they brought her over to do the live action of Bonnie. I really liked Henry because I'm a big Twihard. He was in Twilight as Sam. I remember him. So
okay.
But yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job of fleshing out the side characters as much as they possibly could.
Yeah,
with 5 episodes. But I feel like if they cut out some of them scenes in the beginning with the ancestors, they could have did a little bit.
The show felt rushed to me, like especially at the end. They're like, we got to hit the finish line. Like all she did was touch Wilson Fisk and made him go through his trauma. And he said, "Fuck that, I'm running for mayor." That's all that really happened, really.
I laughed out loud when that happened. He's like, "What did you do to me?" And I'm like, "What the hell?" And he just runs in his car. Like, yeah, exactly. I was like, this is bad writing. This is really bad writing.
So, it didn't make sense that he would just up and leave, considering he went through all of that just to bring her back.
Exactly.
I don't know about that. That didn't really. It definitely seems like they went back and changed some things, and that was the best that they can come up with. Because what's going on here?
So, I want to get into the writing. With the writing, what do you think her plan was with what they showed us? And did her plan work at all?
I don't know. Why'd she go back home? I was confused.
She wanted to go back home in order to, I guess, heal herself, but also kind of have a base to bring the fight to Kingpin, because she wanted to, take over in his absence for whatever reason. She thought
she's going to take over New York by going back
to
home.
Oklahoma.
See, that's what I don't know.
Like this writing.
What the hell?
Maybe she wanted to get in where she knew where she can kind of start off. What they say, okay, when you're just starting your company, you got to go into something that you're familiar with. So she's more familiar with Oklahoma and how things are run, I guess. in that
I
way.
hear you, but it's been 20 years since she's been there.
No,
Maybe
she's
it's
been in New York this whole time. So
yeah, so why go back there to mess up your family's area? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, all you did is bring toxic energy to your family's community. Like,
I got a theory, Casey. She
What's
wanted
up?
to get it out the mud just like her ancestors. See? Trying to get it out the mud, bro.
Well, maybe
spicy.
Spicy.
Okay, now that I'm remembering, she had like a wanted to get out of New York because she was the king killer, right? So she had to run away. But then her trying to, I don't know why she decided to do that.
Because she thought he was dead. She planted a bomb on the train in her hometown and shot it back to New York to blow up, right? The warehouse. It's like direct connection. Why would I was like, why would you do that? Why? Yeah, just take a bus and blow up the warehouse in New York.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or blow up the warehouse, then go to Oklahoma.
But you can't hear like a random dude from a skating rink snuck up on her and snuffed her out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can't she feel heartbeats? Like, I don't know. I was like,
I don't know, man.
Maybe not yet. Maybe they're gonna expand her power set.
See, it's like if you question anything, you're like bullying like deaf people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like can't question her powers. You just gotta accept it.
I want to know what confused me, or not confused me, but I feel like we never addressed this. Was who killed her mom? Who cut the brakes?
Oh,
good question.
No, they're like we handled it. That's all they said. They're like,
who was the person?
I thought they're gonna show us.
Write it.
I don't know. That confused me.
The writing bad.
The writing's horrible. It has good parts of writing in this, but the writing was just bad. Horrible writing. That's why I gave it a 6, because I'm like, the writing was like, what the hell? They put themselves in a situation just to get pulled out by the writers. Like the writers were like, all right, got them in hot water. Let's get them out.
Yeah,
all right,
it's
we
a
gotta
lot
stop.
Of convenient stuff.
Yeah, so much convenience.
But they did have
the
to
native
cut the episodes, so maybe more stuff was gone.
No, I think they would have stretched this out too much with 8. I think 5 was good. 5 is good.
I don't think they
done with one more episode because
you could have done with one more.
Was so rushed. Like I feel like I need one more episode to like really wrap things up correctly.
Maybe.
I think they wanted to make it quick and like end our suffering quick. Like, I do prefer this over the Marvels though.
Oh,
I haven't seen the Marvels yet. I didn't see that yet.
Tuesday, it'll be out on digital on Tuesday.
Oh, it's coming Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting them out. So soon. It's supposed to come out 40 days after theatrical release. So
I feel like it just came out. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, okay. Now they're trying to hold up on us. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna keep this in theaters. Get a $5 on a Tuesday from people."
Yeah,
I didn't do it. I'm not doing it.
I feel like it was better than She-Hulk.
I didn't dislike She-Hulk. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't dislike that.
Crazy if you didn't
I
dislike
didn't. It's just like some parts were whack, but some parts were
with
also
the Kevin, her breaking the fourth wall and
that's her. That's what She-Hulk does.
But the fact that they had her breaking the fourth wall to the point that she could rewrite the story. How is she ever going to be around anybody else?
She's like Deadpool.
Yeah,
it's like how are they gonna fit Deadpool in here?
But Deadpool, when he does it like in credits, where it's kind of like this isn't really a part of the movie where he's going back and changing things and shooting people.
I gotta remember, he does a lot. He does a lot, especially in the comics.
In Deadpool 3, I feel like he's gonna be doing some wild shit.
But yeah, when he breaks the Marvel X-Men, when he breaks the fourth wall in the film, like the heart of the film, not the end credits, it's just him kind of like talking to us, right? Mm-hmm. But when she breaks the fourth wall, she goes in and rewrites the whole of her story, which it makes her the most powerful character in the MCU at that point, right? And it brings out the realism of the street fighter or street level type characters, because they're supposed to be in New York. They're supposed to be, fighting ground level. Yeah. But She-Hulk exists in the same universe. How are they going to reconcile that?
I don't know. She's supposed to be Avenger now. Like she's gonna be like main like squad now. The new Avengers are trash, by the way. Man. They're gonna get washed.
They're gonna get washed.
They need to just get rid of her. They just need to just not acknowledge her in the MCU anymore, because if that's the case, every movie will be over in 10 minutes. Because all she got to do is break the fourth wall and rewrite the story.
Yeah. I think it was similar to this. They did a serviceable job at introducing a new character into this MCU universe. So Like this show, it was serviceable in its own way while staying true to form with the like not the superpowers of the character of Echo, but like the anchors of the character that makes them who they are.
All
With
right, let's
yeah,
do final thoughts. Let's wrap it up
yeah,
since we're hitting the hour. I'll go first. I think it was enjoyable despite some of the bad writing and bad pacing.
right.
It's worth the watch. It's not that long because well, I think the first episode was what 45 minutes or hour.
Yeah, some are 45, some are 35.
Yeah,
They
so
go around in
it's
between
not
there.
a long watch, and it's it's 5 episodes, so not
Right,
bad. It's worth your time. It's available on Disney Plus and on
right.
Hulu in case you don't have Disney Plus, and I give it a 6 out of 10. What do
Yeah,
you think?
I hate to agree because back and forth in a podcast are nice, but I gotta agree. This is serviceable enough to get the character where we needed to be a player on the chessboard of the
Mm-hmm.
MCU. It told a good story of her ancestry, which I liked, but I thought the writing in this, in the situations, were so bad. Like getting them in and out of situations, her flying off of a train and hitting a truck and falling off a truck and holding on with one arm when she's has Olympic abilities. Like her superpowers is not like Wolverine's, not like like it's not like a super strong like Hulk, but she still survives. So the
She's
writing was
so good
bad.
because of her ancestors. She could just
Yeah, the writing
can't
was so
do that.
horrible. I I would don't think I'm gonna go back and watch this. I don't think it has replayability in it.
No, yeah, I agree.
So
Agree there.
yeah, but it as 5 episodes, all given at once. I was able to watch the first 1, 2 episodes, then watch one episode by itself, then watch one episode and kill off the show. You know what I mean? At my own
Yeah.
pace. So I respect that. I appreciate that. I hope they do more of that instead of stretching things out and dripping it out slowly to the audience and paying them for the product. So with that, I got to give it a 6 out of 10. I liked it. I'm not going back, but it works for what they're trying to do, but not good
Yeah,
enough
you're
for
right. I don't think this
not
has
good enough.
rewatchability.
Yeah,
Let
it's
me
not good
not-
enough for the future of what I want to see from the MCU. I think we deserve better writing from the MCU, especially since they had the comic books already laid out there for them to take from. We deserve better writing.
Just
So
teeth the story.
yeah, just teach the story and get people. But it did its job to make me know who Echo is, and to if I see her in a comic book, like hold it and be like, oh yeah, and want to check it out. So
All right.
it was
See,
serviceable
final
in that way.
thoughts. We're wrapping this
See,
up right
what you
now.
got?
So I enjoyed it. I thought that it was a great like test run to kind of feel out what the audience wants in these Marvel Spotlight shows.
Mhm.
I think it was perfect? No. Uh, but I think overall, I see what they're trying to do. And I feel like if they can just push it a little more, like it's the first run, so I'm here for more Marvel spotlights, and because it's the first of that whole um, new direction, I'm more forgiving of some of its
Yeah,
faults.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah,
but yeah, I enjoyed it.
what do you give it out of 10?
Like six.
Okay, yeah, we're all about the same there.
We're all in the same, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. We got our final thoughts. All right, everybody. This is the Back and Now podcast. You know where to reach us at @the_Back and Now on Instagram, TikTok, all those fancy apps. You can email us at thebackandnowsquad@gmail.com. I'm
Yep.
Akil, joined by
K to the C, and don't forget about our Facebook page, the BACCHANAL Podcast fan page. And who else do we got? Thank you for being on the show.
Hey,
Superior.
Superior. So you can follow me on all social media platforms at See the Superior. And yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Of course,
all right,
anytime.
everybody. Be safe. Have a great week. Happy MLK Day, and I hope you find your Coretta. Peace.